Our next example is going to forecast using the 3-period weighted moving average. So now we have weights assigned to each of our time series values when developing our forecast. The book gives us ratings saying that the forecast, the first period is going to have a rating of 1/6, the second will have 1/3, and the third will have a rating of 1/2 or 3/6. We're going to go ahead and calculate this two different ways, one using an Excel function, one not, so that you can see how to do it either way. So our three weights, just for reference again, are 1/6. I'm going to type them down here in this lower left corner. Equals, our second weight then was 1/3 or 2/6. And our third weight, or the weight associated with our most recent time series value, they say is 3/6, which we know is also 1/2. Okay. So to calculate our forecast, first we'll do it the long way here, the way they do it in the book. Equals, we would take our first time series value, multiply that by 1/6, plus our second time series value multiplied by 2/6, plus our third time series value multiplied by 3/6. Okay. Now the other way to do this is using the Excel function called sum product. So equals sum product. And what we can do here is we can select the sum that we want, or the 3 time series values, comma, now we're going to go and select our weights. Now we want to lock those weights in. And parentheses, and we want our time series values to be relative. So we can copy that down, and you can click on any of these and see that it took the previous 3 weeks and used the weights associated with them. It's just a little bit faster. It makes it easier if you ever want to change these weights. You can quickly see the changes in the forecast. So now we'll continue on with our calculations. Forecast error again, E sub t is simply our time series value less our forecast, our y hat. Copy that down, and at the end we have the sum. Absolute value of that forecast error equals ABS. Select your forecast error, your E sub t. Again, I copied it down, and at the bottom here I have the sum. Now we want the forecast error squared. Don't quite need that many decimal places. Then we come to our percent error, which we know is our forecast error divided by our time series value. Not that one. And we want this in the form of a percent. And we have the sum at the bottom. Then we want the absolute value of that. Again with the sum down here at the bottom. Now we can go ahead and calculate our errors. First, the mean forecast error is going to be the sum of our errors, or 0.5, divided by n minus k. N is 12. Again, we have 12 weeks worth of data. Our k this time is 3. We're dealing with 3-week weighted moving average. So our mean forecast error is 0.056. Now the mean absolute error is the sum of our absolute errors divided by n minus k, or 12 minus 3, for 2.981. Mean squared error, again the sum of our squared errors, divided by n minus k. And to make these a little bit easier to see and find, I'm going to add this line back in here. There we go. So now for our mean absolute percentage error, again the sum of our absolute value of percentage errors divided by 12 minus 3, 15.99%. Now finally, our week 13 forecast. Again, let's do the product sum, or sum product of these 3 weeks, 10, 11, and 12, with our weights. And we can see that our week 13 forecast is 19.33 units. So again, in this example, we forecasted using a 3-period weighted moving average, and then we went ahead and calculated our errors.